Hello, my amazing students, and welcome back to Daily English.
Hi, Alex. It's always so good to be here. How's your week been?
Honestly, Emma, it's been a really productive one. I've been experimenting with some new routines, and it's got me thinking about self improvement.
Ooh, that's such an interesting topic. Personal growth. It's something we're all chasing in one way or another.
Exactly, and I thought it would be the perfect subject for today's lesson.
I love that idea. Before we dive in, though, let's quickly remind our students if you're enjoying daily English, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share this video with a friend. It helps the channel more than you can imagine.
Absolutely, it means the world to us. Okay, let's jump in. Maybe we can start with the big question. Why do people even seek personal growth?
Good starting point. I think it often begins with a sense of being stuck, like when life feels repetitive or you're not moving forward.
Right, it's that desire for progress, for momentum. Psychologists often call this the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset.
I love that concept. A fixed mindset says, this is who I am, I can't change. But a growth mindset says, I can learn, I can improve, I can adapt.
Exactly. When you embrace growth, challenges stop looking like problems. Instead, they look like opportunities to become better.
And that's really where self-improvement begins, choosing to see difficulties as stepping stones rather than roadblocks.
So let's talk about habits because they're the building blocks of growth.
Absolutely. Our lives are basically the sum of our habits. The small things we do every single day add up over time.
And the mistake many people make is trying to change everything overnight. They set huge goals, fail to reach them, and then give up.
Yes, exactly. The real secret is to start small. For example, instead of saying, I'll read a book a week, you could begin with just 1 page a day.
One page feels so doable, doesn't it? And once you get started, momentum builds.
That's also where habit stacking comes in. You attach a new habit to something you already do. For example, if you make coffee every morning, you could say, after I pour my coffee, I'll write down one thing I'm grateful for.
I love that. It makes the new habit automatic because it's connected to something you never forget to do.
But Emma, what about the days when motivation disappears?
Ah, yes, motivation, the most unreliable friend. It comes and goes. That's where discipline steps in.
Exactly. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. And it's not about perfection, it's about consistency.
I always remind myself, if you miss one day, don't miss two. Just get back on track. Self-compassion is actually part of discipline.
Well said. Beating yourself up doesn't help, but gently guiding yourself back does.
So, once we have the right mindset, habits, and discipline, what do we apply them to?
Great question. The answer is lifelong learning, picking up new skills, exploring new ideas, and stepping out of your comfort zone.
Which is scary. The first phase of learning is always the hardest. You feel clumsy, awkward, even frustrated.
Definitely. But science tells us why. It's called neuroplasticity. Each time you practice something new, your brain literally rewires itself to form new connections.
That's incredible, isn't it? It means no matter your age, your brain can still grow.
For example, I once tried learning guitar. At first, I struggled to even change chords, but when I finally played a simple song, it felt magical.
That's the reward, pushing through the messy beginning until things start to click.
Of course, then comes the dreaded plateau when progress slows down.
Yes, and that's where many people quit. But the trick is to change your approach. Focus on a smaller skill, seek feedback, or make practice fun again.
Exactly. A plateau isn't failure, it's just the next step in the journey.
Speaking of journeys, self-improvement isn't a destination, is it?
Not at all. There's no final version of you. The joy is in the process, growing, learning, and becoming.
And we must remember, everyone's path is different. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
Yes, celebrate your own small victories. Even the tiniest progress is worth noticing.
Now, we've talked about building good habits, but what about breaking bad ones?
That's a tough one. Our brains like efficiency, and bad habits are often very efficient. So the trick isn't just to stop them, it's to replace them. For example, instead of mindlessly scrolling your phone, read one page of a book.
And make the bad habit harder to do. If you want to watch less TV, unplug it or put the remote in another room.
Exactly. Design your environment so the good choice is easy and the bad choice is inconvenient.
I feel like we could talk about this all day.
Me too. But if we had to leave our students with one thought, I'd say this: you always have the power to grow.
I agree. Self-improvement is really a commitment to yourself, a belief that your future can be brighter than your present.
And that's worth holding on to, especially on tough days.
Well, students, now it's your turn. What's one area of growth you're working on right now? Are you building a new habit, learning a new skill, or breaking an old one? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
And don't forget to subscribe to Daily English and share this video if it inspired you. Your support keeps us going.
Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time,
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself.
bye for now.